they are planning to leave me at a nursing home. My own son and his wife. Somehow, I've become a burden, someone they no longer want around. Every day, I feel their coldness, their distance, and the painful truth that I don't matter to them anymore. Sometimes I wonder, if I died right now, would they even care? Or would they finally feel relieved? I never thought the people I loved the most would make me feel like I'm no longer worth loving. When my husband Michael passed away, my world collapsed in a way I never imagined possible. The man who spent 42 years by my side, the man who held my hand through every hardship, suddenly vanished from my life. His empty chair at the dinner table became a wound that never stopped bleeding. Every morning, I would wake up expecting to hear him clearing his throat, humming softly, opening the curtains the way he always did. But instead, there was only silence. A silence so heavy, so suffocating, that it felt like it was swallowing me whole. At first, my son Daniel and his wife Emily tried to be supportive, or at least they pretended to. But grief exposes people. It tears away every polite smile and reveals the truth underneath. Emily's eyes began to change first. I saw annoyance flicker in them whenever I asked for help or simply tried to talk. Daniel became distant too, though quietly, like a fading shadow. My grandchildren, Liam and Sophie, once ran into my arms every time they saw me. Now they avoided my hugs, turning their eyes away as if I were nothing more than a chore. I kept telling myself it was temporary, that they were grieving too, that we would get through it together. I was wrong. Weeks passed, and the atmosphere in the house grew colder. Emily stopped pretending altogether. She tossed my folded laundry on my bed without a word. She sighed loudly whenever I moved too slowly. She whispered things to Daniel that she didn't want me to hear. But I heard. I always heard. Daniel, my boy who once held my finger as a toddler and refused to let go, didn't seem to notice. Or maybe he did, and simply didn't care. Then came the night that changed everything. I woke up thirsty and walked quietly toward the kitchen. The house was dark, and the floor creaked beneath my tired feet. As I passed by the living room, I heard voices, Emily's sharp tone cutting through the air. Daniel, your mother can't stay with us forever. She's becoming a burden. A burden. My heart clenched at the word. She's lonely, Daniel said softly. Maybe we just need to give her more time. No, Emily insisted. She's old. She needs professional care. A nursing home is better. For her. For us. For everyone. There was a pause. A long, painful pause where my hope hung suspended, and then shattered. You're right, Daniel said. Let's send her. I'll talk to the nursing home director tomorrow. My breath left my body. I leaned against the wall, gripping the edge to keep myself from falling. The people I loved the most, my own blood, had decided to throw me away like an old, broken piece of furniture. I didn't cry that night. There are some pains so deep that tears refuse to come. Everything happened quickly after that. Daniel avoided eye contact. Emily became strangely cheerful and efficient, as if she were relieved to finally get rid of me. I packed my suitcase alone, folding my clothes slowly, each piece carrying a memory they no longer cared about. The nursing home was quiet when I arrived. Too quiet. They welcomed me kindly, but their eyes were filled with the same emptiness I felt inside. Days turned into weeks. It has now been more than a month. And every day, I learn new stories. Stories of people whose hearts have been shattered in ways that mirror mine. There is Clara, whose daughter told her she was too emotional to live at home. There is George, a man who once saved dozens of lives but couldn't save his marriage or his connection with his children. There is Evelyn, who still buys gifts for her son every Christmas, even though he hasn't visited in 4 years. We talk. We cry. We share our memories like fragile glass pieces we are terrified to drop. But the most tragic story came just yesterday. Arthur, the gentle old man who always smiled at everyone, received a phone call from his son. We all overheard bits of the conversation through the thin walls. Dad, we don't need you anymore. Stop expecting things from us. You are staying where you are. Minutes later, Arthur collapsed. A heart attack. Even the doctors knew his heart didn't fail because of age. It failed because it was broken by the very people he loved most. He died before dawn. The nurses covered him with a thin white sheet and wheeled him away. His room is empty now, but his slippers still sit by the bed. His glasses still rest on the nightstand, as if he might return at any moment. But he won't. Last night, as I lay in bed, I felt something shift inside me. A quiet acceptance. A painful understanding. We, the forgotten, the abandoned, the unwanted, are not here because we failed as parents. We are here because our children forgot how to love. And yet, despite everything, I still hope. I hope Daniel remembers the nights I stayed awake holding him through fevers, the lunches I skipped so he could eat, the prayers I whispered for him every single day, the love I gave without ever expecting anything in return. Maybe one day he will walk through the nursing home doors, look at me with the eyes he had as a child, and say, "Mom, come home." But until then, I sit by my small window every evening, watching the sun sink behind the tall fence, watching the light fall away. Just like the love that once filled my life. I wait. I remember. I survive. Just like the others. Just like all of us. The ones who gave everything. And were left with nothing but memories and a quiet room. In a place where forgotten hearts continue to beat. Now, as I sit by the window of this quiet room, I finally understand something I never wanted to face. Sometimes, love doesn't end with death. It ends with forgetting. But even here, in this place filled with abandoned hearts, I've learned one more painful truth. We, the forgotten, still love with the same strength as before. Our memories are alive, even if the people inside them have let us go. Every night, when the lights dim and the hallways fall silent, I whisper a small prayer. Not for myself, but for the son who lost his way, for the grandchildren who never learned what love truly means, and even for the woman who convinced him to leave me behind. I pray that life never makes them feel the loneliness I carry in my chest, because no parent deserves to be replaced by a building with locked hallways, and strangers who know more about their pain than their own children ever tried to understand. And yet, there is a small part of me that still waits, still hopes, still believes that one day, the door will open, and Daniel will walk in with tears in his eyes and say, "Mom, I am sorry. Come home." Maybe that day will never come. Maybe it will. But until it does, I sit here with my memories, the only things no one can take from me, and I remind myself of one final truth. Being forgotten doesn't make my love disappear. It only makes my heart stronger, for surviving what should have broken it. And sometimes, when the moonlight slips through the narrow window and rests gently on my bed, I close my eyes and imagine a different ending. An ending where Daniel suddenly remembers the warmth of my hands, the lullabies I sang when he was sick, the nights I stayed awake so he could sleep peacefully. In that imagining, he rushes through the doors of this place, calling my name with the same trembling voice he had as a child. He kneels beside me, begs for forgiveness, promises to never leave me alone again. It's only a dream, but it keeps my heart beating.